Welcome to our whistle-stop tour of my Tolkien collection and Tolkien Shelf. Quickly going through all the books I've got. So first up we have an encyclopedia of Tolkien, which I adore these editions. I've been meaning to pick up the other books from that collection. Then we have my first hardcover edition of The Hobbit, which I adored when I picked it up years ago. We then have The Children of Hurin. This was actually borrowed from my aunt. I've just never given it back. I really should get my own copy. The Fall of Gondolin, I got this in the last year or so. I've not finished reading it yet, but I just love the cover. Then there's my hardcover of the Silmarillion. I should really pick this one up as well, but I've read the original rather than this one. Also got The Nature of Middle-earth, which is a lot more like historical in nature, but... And then Tales from the Perilous Realm as well. We then have Unfinished Tales, which also loved, and love all of those editions by HarperCollins. Next up we have the deluxe edition of Lord of the Rings. I adore this edition. I actually own 2 copies of it. One of them's in the other room. I just love the cover and the casing and even the inserts included. I then have There and Back Again, which is a Sean Astin biography. And then next up is my illustrated editions of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I've gone through these in detail with all the illustrations as well on the channel before if you want to watch that. I just love all the artwork included in that. It's probably one of my favourite sets ever. I do also have the Folio Society editions of Lord of the Rings. A little less artistic, but a little more hobbity, I would say. I would imagine Bilbo to have these on his shelves in these kind of editions, and I really love them as well. We then have these editions of the Tolkien Treasury, I think they're called. Yeah, there we go, Tolkien Treasury. This includes 4 mini stories, including Tom Bombadil, and then Farmer Giles, and then a few others. Also, my original edition of The Hobbit, which I read when I was like 10, and you can see that I had to switch sides here to get it back on the shelf. My original edition of The Silmarillion, I love that too. And then I realised these are back to front, but my original edition of The Return of the King, my original edition of The Two Towers is coming up here. Yep, there we go. All matching sets as well. And then my original edition of The Fellowship of the Ring, all brought to me by my aunt lovingly as well. A Middle-earth Traveller is also something that I've got, which is sketches from Bag End to Mordor, all beautiful illustrations inside as well. So that is my Tolkien collection. I definitely adore all of his work, and I'll be looking forward to adding to this shelf as well.